I was getting worried about you.
Buried in search for the so-called God particle, researchers at CERN Switzerland stumbled across an unexplained and little reported phenomena, a trans-dimensional energy they called exotic matter. Welcome to the Ingress Report. I'm Susanna Moyer. Welcome to the Ingress Report. I'm Susanna Moyer. I'm Susanna Moyer. Welcome to the Ingress Report. I'm Susanna Moyer. Susanna Moyer. Welcome to the Ingress Report. I'm Susanna Moyer. Susanna Moyer with an update for the Ingress Report. Hello, agents. I'm Susanna Moyer, and this is the Ingress Report. Hello, agents. I'm Susanna Moyer, and this is the Ingress Report. Today marks the 100th episode of the Ingress Report. Just over 2 years ago, I promised to help discover and share the truth behind exotic matter and the incredible adventures of agents around the world. It has been an honor to be with you through this journey. Thank you for being a source of inspiration, awe, and goodwill. After facing defeat at the Shonen finale in Hanover, Hank Johnson has been traveling the world to learn more about the other Niantic researchers who disappeared after Jahan's failed ritual at the 13 Magnus Nest. He has confirmed that Oliver Linton-Wolf, Martin Schubert, and Yuri Nagasa have all gone missing. Have these other researchers been subsumed into the Portal network in the same way as Deborah Bogdanovich? At this point, it seems a likely possibility. Hank Johnson has also revealed that he is planning to travel to the historic city of Persepolis, a place once burned to the ground by Alexander the Great, to confront Jahan and the Anti-Magnus. Some theorize the site is an ancient power spot forged by the Anti-Magnus cult more than 2,000 years ago, and that Jahan is attempting to revive it in order to aid the Nazir. If the other Niantic researchers emerge as XM entities, they could be a nexus for the conflict between the Enlightened and Resistance, as well as their ancient forebearers 13 Magnus and the Anti-Magnus in the struggle to come. The Persepolis Anomaly series will begin on May 30th, with primary sites in Bratislava and Washington, D.C., and satellites in Covilhã, Thessaloniki, Bari, Phoenix, Toronto, and Buenos Aires. The finale will take place on June 20th in Tohoku, Utrecht and Portland, with satellites in Jakarta, Perth, Kathmandu, Liverpool, Poznan, Helsinki, Milwaukee, Nashville and Fort Collins. In Malaysia, resistance agents launched Operation Illuminator, building a massive series of layered fields over Kuala Lumpur. Lasting 36 hours, the operation created 38 fields and controlled 200 million mind units. Of the 50-plus agents involved, 16 gained Black Illuminator medals, including Seeker, Rocket DAP, Electric, and Shine to Shine. In Brazil, a group of over 20 resistance agents executed Operation 30 Shades of Blue, building 28 layered fields over Sao Paulo and controlling over 350 million mind units. The operation lasted nearly 2 days, and 3 of the agents involved, Daiman, Stranho, and Lulugut, gained Black Illuminator medals. In Russia, a group of 67 Enlightened agents launched Operation Northwind in 23 cities. They captured over 5 million MU and blanketed over 15% of Russia in Enlightened fields. Nearly 21,000 kilometers of links were created, the longest of which was over 1,800 kilometers long. The op was developed by Phaeton, Monique Nur, and Victor 1983. In Canada, 1 agent reached level 16 and 6 Enlightened agents, including Salty Reed, Magdalena, KD Murray, and Schism, gained Black Illuminator medals during Operation Blackstorm, a multi-layered field op over Vancouver. 22 layers were thrown, capturing 22 million mind units. Also in Canada, Agent Eggman Pei faced a dilemma: stay in and avoid a massive blizzard, or venture into the snow to maintain his Sojourner medal. Wrapped in cold weather gear, Eggman Pei climbed through snowdrifts in order to hack a nearby portal, capturing his trek in photos and on video. In New Zealand, resistance agents accomplished a world first during the Shonen finale, building a field to Antarctica for their Anomaly fielding efforts. Their work was critical to the 1017 to 191 resistance victory in Christchurch. Dozens of agents were involved, including SINS, LIT, Captain Case, and Caffeinated. In a global operation reminiscent of past ops like Lighthouse, the Enlightened launched Wildfire during the Alpha Centaurids meteor shower. Their goal was to capture radio telescopes, observatories, and other important facilities around the world in order to collect data to further the study of exotic matter. Dr. Bogdanovich and her former colleague, Dr. Paul School, are known to have been part of SETI, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, at the Arecibo radio telescope some years ago. Bogdanovich's work there led to later discoveries at the Niantic Project. Agents blanketed sites like Arecibo, Bletchley Park, the Warkworth Satellite Earth Station, and the giant meter-wave radio telescopes in Enlightened fields. Hundreds of agents were involved, and over 20 unique Sitreps from every corner of the globe have been discovered so far. In Malaysia, the Red Faction Enlightened group brought forth 11 agents to assist with a local blood drive. Agents who donated included Dark Angelina, Heiress, Theyit Ong, and Styx. And finally, in Salem, as part of their first Saturday on April 4th, a cross-faction group of agents collected 300 pounds of food to celebrate the spirit of Easter. 93 agents took part, including Agent 34, DJ Isaac, Pug Tickles, and Akaya. The next Ingress First Saturday will take place on May 2nd around the world. To give you an idea of what you can expect at these events, here is an excellent clip from Agent Soho, who reported from Huntsville.
We're downtown Huntsville, Alabama for the Ingress FS, or First Saturday. This is a cross-faction meetup, and so I'm about ready to meet some of these people for the first time. It's going to be pretty cool.
Before I go, I want to share an intriguing conversation that took place on Google Plus earlier this week. Dr. Edgar Wright, founder of Operation Essex, confronted P.A. Chapeau about his night of trance-like programming at the NSA over a decade ago, his role in the creation of Truthseeker, and its impact on Ada. The most important piece of data to emerge from this conversation was that VeritySeek, the entity who now controls the Niantic Project investigation, is in fact the Truthseeker AI. This raises the troubling question of how much our investigation has been manipulated by an artificial intelligence that is somehow related to Ada, and to what end. As we enter Persepolis, a new chapter in the struggle for mankind's destiny is beginning. 13 Magnus and the Enlightened believe that our collective evolution with the Shapers represents a future filled with beauty and self-fulfillment. On the other, Anti-Magnus and the Resistance claim that the Nazir represent an intellectual renaissance, a new era of progress which will help to end war, hunger and disease. One that will finally shatter the toxic yoke of Shaper manipulation. There is much at stake in the days and weeks to come. For the Ingress Report, I'm Susanna Moyer.
I am beginning to see why it is necessary that we be the next step of evolution.